Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English Bình Phước radio, television stations and newspaper. I'm Hình and now are the headlines as usual. Index of industrial productions up 8.32%. Ensuring 100% of high school students study foreign languages. Vietnamese businesses striving to cut carbon emissions. Ladies and gentlemen, Bình Phước province industrial production in the first 9 months of the year continued to grow steadily, making an important contribution to the province's economic growth. Compared to the same periods of 20 and 22, its index of industrial productions rose 8.32%.
Since the beginning of this year, given the rapid and complex changes in the domestic and international economies, the People's Committee of Bình Phước Province focused on directing all sectors and localities to build action plans to synchronously implement set-out solutions. Particular focus was placed on removing difficulties facing businesses, increasing access to credit, and enhancing the effectiveness of administrative procedure reform. The province also drastically promoted the disbursements of public investment capital to create more drivers of economic growth. It also created markets for industries and introduced effective solutions to identify markets for local industrial processing and manufacturing products.
The Bình Phước Provincial People Committee recently issued dispatch number 3484 on implementing resolution number 7 from the Provincial People's Council of Sweetless Farming Area. The People Committee of district, town and city are to identify the number of bird nest farm existing outside of the regulation and develop plans to inspect and monitor their farming activity.
The dispatch also requested that the People's Committees of districts, towns and cities monitors and direct the implementations of Resolution number 7. Every year, based on socio-economic development in the area, local authorities propose the relevant authorities increase bird nest farming areas in localities to suit the development situation. Resolution number 7 was passed by the Provincial People's Council at its 11th meeting and officially took effect from July 24th. Bird nest farming areas must be outside of residential areas, and land planning for residential areas defines industrial parks and industrial clusters. The resolution also requires the distance from a bird nest to a residential area is at least 300 meters. There are currently about 1,400 bird nest houses in the province. Of these, some localities have a number of bird nest breeders, such as Chương Town, Đồng Xoài City, Phước Long Town, and Budang District, with over 200 bird breeders in total.
The Provincial People Committee has issued a document requesting that relevant departments, branches, units, and locality coordinate and organize the teaching of foreign languages according to the 2018 General Education Program.
The committee requested that the Department of Education and Training work with local departments and branches to continue effectively implementing foreign language teaching, ensuring that all high school students from grades 3 to 12 study a foreign language in accordance with the 2018 General Education Program and local conditions. The Department of Education and Training is requested to coordinate with the Department of Home Affairs, the Department of Planning and Investment, and the Department of Finance to review, recruit, and provide training in professional capacities to foreign language teachers and better facilities and teaching equipment to meet the requirements of implementing the 2018 General Education Program according to the roadmap prescribed by the Ministries of Education and Training. People's committees in districts, towns, and cities are to develop plans on foreign language teaching according to the 2018 Education and Training Program in their locality, and direct the Department of Education and Training, related agencies, unions, and local socio-political organizations to develop plans and arrange implementation.
And now let's move on to the top story around the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng met with Hanoi's voters on October the 14th in preparation for the 6th session of the 15th annual Parliament.
The voters shared the view that they were impressed with the recent diplomatic successes, particularly the visit to Vietnam by US President Joe Biden. Locals also expressed their support for the corruption combat and administrative reform. Appreciating the opinions, General Secretary Trong highlighted some recent important political, economic, social, and diplomatic results. The party chief expressed his hope that local voters and people will make more contributions, so that Hanoi will continue deserving its role as the capital of Vietnam.
Over the medium-term outlooks of the next 5 years, a number of key drivers are expected to continue to make Vietnam one of the fastest-growing emerging markets in the ASEAN region, said an article published by the S&P Global Market Intelligence recently.
Vietnam will continue to benefit from its relatively lower manufacturing wage costs, the article noted. The country has a relatively large, well-educated labor force, compared to many other regional competitors in Southeast Asia, making it an attractive hub for manufacturing production by multinationals. Over the medium-term economic outlook, a large number of positive growth drivers are creating favorable tailwinds, and will continue to underpin the rapid growth of Vietnam's economy. This is expected to drive strong growth in the country's total GDP, as well as per capita GDP. With strong economic expansion projected over the next decade, Vietnam's total GDP is forecast to increase to $750 billion by 2030. This translates to very rapid growth in Vietnam's per capita GDP, to $7,300 per year by 2030.
Ladies and gentlemen, reducing emissions and targeting carbon neutrality have become common global goals that have also posed new requirements on Vietnamese businesses during international integration. Local businesses have been gradually adapting to these new requirements, striving to cut carbon emissions by introducing smart and innovative solutions and effectively using available resources.
The main energy source for this business's production activities is electricity and coal. Since 2022, however, it has used renewable energy to fire its boilers. The change was aimed at reducing the company's carbon footprint to meet requirements in import markets. Recognizing Vietnam's commitment at COP26 and due to shared interests, Vietnamese manufacturers have been gradually changing their production models, shifting towards more green and sustainable models to cut carbon emissions. It is necessary for businesses to improve their production processes and implement solutions to reduce emissions, aiming for carbon neutrality, and to have a specific roadmap to achieve targets in order to meet regulations and sharpen their competitive edge in the new era. The balance between economic development and environmental protection has become one of the most important issues and an indispensable requirement for survival. With rapid growth and frequent changes in technology, Vietnamese businesses cannot afford to miss the opportunity to create a low-carbon economy, aiming for balance and sustainability.
The Hanoi Culinary Space, held recently in Vietnam's capital, was a venue for residents and visitors to enjoy traditional and modern food prepared by artisans and outstanding chefs, who has been honored at culinary events.
Visitors had a chance to visit a gum or young sticky rice flake space, where the story of the formation and development of the dish was told. They could also enjoy products made from young sticky rice flakes. For the first time, a typical pho space and a number of famous pho brands were also available. The space introducing Hanoi culinary products creates an opportunity for traditional and modern units, artisans, and craft villages to link with a large number of domestic and foreign tourists. Hanoi has increasingly attracted many tourists over recent years, especially food lovers from all around the world. The capital was ranked among the leading culinary destinations in the world in 2023, as voted by TripAdvisor. Hanoi Culinary Space 2023 is expected to have further promoted the beauty and uniqueness of Hanoi cuisine among domestic and foreign tourists.
And that's it for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.